Let's have a look at the Necropolis now, shall we? One of the most haunted places in Glasgow, apparently. So here we are, towering above Glasgow's historic Cathedral Square, sits one of the city's most atmospheric landmarks, the Glasgow Necropolis. A Victorian city of the dead filled with the elaborate monuments, towering angels and more than a few ghost stories. And when the mist rolls in, it's easy to see why the place has earned its haunted reputation. Visitors have long reported seeing a mysterious lady in white gliding silently between the tombs. Some claim she hums a mournful tune as she wanders among the graves. Others say she points toward forgotten resting places as though still tending to the dead long after her own passing. And she's not the only reported apparition. Ghost hunters and visitors alike have spoken of sightings of a young boy near the monuments, appearing only briefly before vanishing into the shadows. In fact, when I was there, a young lady, a Japanese lady, said that she'd seen a boy in a blue jumper appear and disappear between the graves, and she couldn't see his parents, so well, who knows. Between the lady in white and the ghostly child, the necropolis sometimes feels like Scotland's most polite paranormal gathering. Then there's the statues. Locals have long whispered that some of their stone eyes seem to follow visitors as you walk past. A few have even claimed to seen them blink. Now that danger, keep out. Do you know what? I don't think I would go in there if there wasn't a sign. And if there wasn't barricades around it. How spooky does that look? Personally, I'm not sure if it's paranormal activity or simply a very judgmental Victorian sculpture. Look at the size of this place. That's down the stairs. Wow. One local legend, often connected with this area, is Jenny with the iron teeth. Unlike the giant monster often described in modern retellings, Jenny was originally a notorious demonic hag from Glasgow folklore. Parents would warn children that she lurked around dark corners, closes and in graveyards, waiting for youngsters foolish enough to wander alone after dark. Over time, stories linked her to the Cathedral Square, Glasgow Green and the old streets surrounding the cathedral. Whether Jenny was ever real or not, who knows? But fear of her certainly was. The legend took on a life of its own during Glasgow's famous vampire panic in the 1950s. Hundreds of schoolchildren descended upon the necropolis carrying sticks, homemade weapons and far more enthusiasm than common sense, convinced that a vampire with iron teeth was stalking the cemetery. Police eventually had to disperse the crowds while newspapers blamed horror comics for fueling the hysteria. It's still remembered today as one of the strangest episodes in Glasgow's history. Paranormal investigators have also reported unexplained cold spots, disembodied voices and shadowy figures moving among the monuments. Some even believe that the cemetery's Victorian angels themselves play a role in the strange experiences people report. View of the back of the hospital there. Personally, yeah, I know what they mean about the feeling that statues are watching you. Probably just my overzealous imagination, but who knows. Whether you believe in ghosts or simply appreciate Gothic architecture, the Glasgow Necropolis remains one of the most fascinating places in Scotland, a place where history, legend and mystery meet high above the city. So there we have it, the Necropolis, and behind me the Cathedral House Hotel, another place that's meant to be haunted by at least 2 ghosts. Just across from Glasgow Cathedral stands the Cathedral House Hotel, a beautiful 19th century building with a reputation that's every bit as intriguing as its architecture. The building once housed former inmates from Glasgow's notorious Duke Street prison. According to local stories, not all of its residents have moved on. Guests have reported hearing children's laughter echoing through the empty corridors, unexplained footsteps on vacant floors, and even the sensation of invisible hands brushing against their legs. Whether that's paranormal activity or simply an over-enthusiastic atmosphere package, I'll leave that for you to decide. The hotel's most famous alleged spirit is Susan Newell, the last woman executed in Scotland. Convicted of murder in 1923, she was hanged and has since become part of local ghost folklore. Witnesses describe a sombre female figure appearing briefly in the hallways and shadowy corners before disappearing the moment she's approached. Other reports speak of a mischievous young boy running through rooms, racing up staircases and occasionally slamming doors behind him before vanishing through solid walls. Adding reports of flickering lights, strange noises and unexplained electrical disturbances, and it's easy to see why the hotel attracts paranormal enthusiasts, although at the moment it's getting a workover. Whether you're visiting for the history, the atmosphere or possibility of a ghostly encounter, Cathedral House, when it reopens, certainly offers a memorable stay. Just remember, one of the residents may have checked in long before you arrived. Standing beside Cathedral House is another remarkable building, one with a very different atmosphere. This is Glasgow Evangelical Church. Originally built between 1878 and 1880 as Cathedral Square United Presbyterian Church, it was designed by the renowned architect John Honeyman, who would later become a partner of Charles Rennie Mackintosh. The church became Barony North Church after joining the Church of Scotland in 1929 before being purchased by the independent congregation that worships here today in 1978. Unlike its neighbours, there's no famous ghost stories attached to the building, no wandering spirits, no mysterious apparition, no phantom children racing through the corridors, and just as well really. The ghosts next door seem to be keeping everyone busy enough anyway. In fact, many visitors speak of quite the opposite. People often describe a calmness about the building, a genuine sense of peace. Standing here on a Glasgow afternoon, listening to the sound of gospel singing, drifting from inside, I could understand exactly what they meant. There was a warmth about the place that was impossible to miss. After spending the day exploring graveyards, ghost stories and haunted hotels, it felt like the perfect way to end my journey. So from the spectral legends of the Necropolis to the haunted tales of Cathedral House Hotel, and finally the warmth and tranquility of Glasgow Evangelical Church, Cathedral Square offers a fascinating glimpse into Glasgow's history, folklore and character. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye for now.